Educator and author of All Good in the Hood, Dwayne Reed, took to his IG page about being considered the cool teacher. Now, he says being the cool teacher doesn't mean you're trying to be friends with your students. It doesn't mean you're trying anything. You're just being yourself. And he goes on to say if you are a cool person, being the cool teacher will just come naturally. Don't sweat it when the haters come to hate. It's jealousy. They're jealous that your authentic self draws kids in. And they might also be jealous of the confidence you have to simply be yourself. Now, if your students like it, use it to your advantage with classroom management. And it's not your fault people like being around you or love engaging at high levels with you. Maximize this and do you film. So, you guys, let's talk about this because, there's a phrase, that's been going around, into our schools of being considered the cool teacher. What's your guys' take on being considered a cool teacher? Do you like that term?
Um, it's no
Uh-oh.
problem being it's no problem being a cool teacher. You know me, my grandmother is a teacher, so I hear her go off about that all the time
Yeah.
because she's an old school teacher. She's the one that gives homework every night. She's the one that just be there for the children and provides assistance and guidance as the child needs it, right? So there's maybe cool teachers that play movies in the classroom or let the kids slide with no homework for a day. The things like that really tick her off. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm like, dang. But I have no problem with being a cool teacher because I feel like kids are more leveled these days. They're more strategically leveled to where you have to open yourself up for them to let you in as their teacher. You know what I'm saying? You spend a
Yes.
whole year with them. You spend a whole 180 days with them. 195, depending on different states. So you really have to like level in with that student. And that's just being a concerning level teacher. You know what I mean? Like it's not
Yeah.
really a definition of being cool. You know what I mean? Like letting the kids slide, letting the kids relax, letting the kids do that. That's not really being cool. That's really being maximum with your student. Not want to say maximum. That's really being like, help me out here. I need a word. That's like being. I need a word. Come back to me. It's like being close with your child, close with the children.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it all, everything that you were saying, Brian, it all goes back. You guys know, I've been talking about it every season on this show. You have to have a relationship with your students. I'm sorry. If you want that connection, if you want to be considered that cool teacher, you want to have that relationship, that bond, you have to start off from the start at the beginning of the school year because we
Oh
all
yeah.
know teachers, we all know that if you don't, start it from the start, it's going to be bumpy between you and that student all year round. And you want to know why? Because you haven't, set the foundation as a whole class. So it
Mhm.
starts from there. And then with me, being I'm myself, when I step into the classroom, I'll be considered, I want to be that cool teacher. Now, I am going to have, set some boundaries in my classroom, some expectation, but I'm going to be that cool teacher that will, letting my students come, they can come to me, and ask me, about anything that they feel uncomfortable talking with their parents or whatever. They can come to me because I am willing to listen because that is your job as a classroom teacher. We have to listen to our students. We have to hear their opinions because if we always just shut them out, then what's the purpose of, getting, how can we get feedback from them if we just always shun them out of one stupid thing that they have to say? Well, let's hear them out. Let them finish. If you don't like it, that's fine. At least let them
Yeah.
finish their thought. They're just okay. We're not going to do that. Okay, wait a minute. What do you mean we're not going to do that? You didn't let that student finish. So it starts from there. And being considered, I hate this term here. Uh, our students being best friends with their teachers. That's no, they're your teacher for a reason. You have best friends, which is your classmate, not your teachers. I'm sorry with that. So
That's so true. And I
yeah,
gotta say that being a cool teacher
I mean, yes, cool teacher. Yeah, I agree because it does come naturally, first and foremost. You can't just try to force yourself to be a cool teacher because if you could force yourself to be a cool teacher, then there'll be all the cool teachers out in the world. But being a cool teacher, uh, this is okay. I like teachers who are cool. Um, best friends as your teachers. I agree with Damian. You know, no, absolutely.
No,
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not
no,
no best friend with my teacher.
right,
Okay. We have a good um teacher student relationship, but we're
exactly.
not on no best friend status. Okay. I'm not best friends with my teacher. Okay, that's just out the question. Okay, that's just not it. Um, but yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this moving. All right, Dwayne Reed also took to his IG page about teachers showing grace. He says the best teaching strategy is grace. The best classroom management tip is showing kids grace. One of the best ways to build relationships is to show grace, y'all. The best teacher are who the best teachers show grace. Showing grace is always the right decision to make. So we just gonna have grace in our nightmares today. Okay. So now, Bry, what do you think about this of what Dwayne said? Do you agree?
I do agree. Showing kids a little grace each and every day will kind of get the kid more motivated and hyped up to really learn. That's my thing. I have no problem with showing kids grace because you shouldn't be letting kids be in a spot where they're not going to be given that vibe. You get what I'm saying? So it's pretty good to have to show kids grace. And then when you show kids grace, they're also gonna show the grace back onto the teachers. So yeah.
I agree. Absolutely. And it says, sometimes uh, I wonder if people really know how grace is supposed to work. We can't keep getting away with talking about grace without actually giving it. As humans, grace transforms both the giver and the recipient. The person who
Yeah.
receives grace is relieved, knowing that it will be justified for them to instead receive a punishment for their offense. Now, the giver of grace is transformed by their changed disposition, their eternal interaction, and it goes on and on. And
Yeah.
I feel that, we should be showing our kids grace because how in the world, this is how I'm going to be as a teacher, because I'm going to allow my students to see the real me, everything about me.
Mm.
Yes, I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm going to let them see that because they are going to know that hey, I am just like them. I'm not perfect. We're not perfect because some of our students, I'm not going to say all, but some of our students think that some of their teachers are just perfect at everything that they do.
No, everybody's not
But
perfect.
yeah, but they see that, and some of the teachers are playing that inside the classroom, not making no mistakes. They're doing this and that. Okay. If that's your way of teaching, go right by it. Go right by it. In my classroom, no, because they're going to see a different side of Mr. Anderson. Like they can really hang with me, and I'm going to do that because we
Yeah.
should allow our kids to see everything. I'm just
Yeah.
saying on my
Yeah.
end.
They can't
Or
sleep in your class though. But
Well, no, they
that.
can't.
I feel like and I agree with both of you gentlemen. Showing grace to your kids is everything. Because there's so many kids out here who maybe you might not know this, but so many kids out there who are homeless, who have when they go
Mhm.
home, they have nothing to go home to eat. They
Mm.
have nothing to go home to sleep on. They have nothing to go inside in. And when we're just hateful towards these students, you never know what they have going on outside of the school. Outside of
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
schoolhouse, you don't know what they have going on
Yeah.
outside. And it's
You don't know their
always
stories.
exactly.
No.
And it's important for not only teachers, but students show each other grace. Students show each other
Yes.
students grace. And students show teachers grace as well. Um, so I think it's like a vice versa thing that's going on in the schoolhouse. So and it goes on with respect as well. You want respect, you need to earn that respect. If you want respect, then you have to show me respect. Okay. In order for me to
Yes,
show you grace, you got to show
yes,
me grace. So that's
exactly.
how I view it. That's how I
Exactly, and
view
especially
it.
high school students.
Oh
Seriously,
yes.
because if you guys want respect, then you better show it. Because if not, then your teachers are going to treat you like you're in elementary. Seriously, I have experienced that because
Me
seriously,
too.
our seniors, high school seniors, they want to be treated like adults, but they don't act like it though. They don't act like it
It
though.
was see that wasn't me as senior year. I wasn't trying to be a treat. No, I wasn't trying to be treated like an adult. No,
No, me
I
either.
wanted to
No.
be. No, I was acting. I was like a regular student, like everybody
Well,
else.
thank
Yes.
you guys for the tips for me going into high school. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you got a good luck in high school, TJ. That's all I'm
Good
going to
luck.
say. Good luck, but
Thank you.
really enjoy it though. Really enjoy it, but good luck
Yeah.
though. Good luck.